And Rick is just watching. He has a gun, but instead he waits until it's too late. And he's like, hey, release her. And Ming is like, what? It's clearly too late, dude. She's been electrocuted for like the last 2 minutes. I watched Defenders of the Earth episode 1. Here's what happens. A spaceship crashes in the front lawn of this mansion, and these dudes come running out to check it out. Mandrake the Magician and Lothar. There's no way to know. Inside the craft is a passed out Flash Gordon. They bring him into the mansion, and Flash says that his wife and son have been taken prisoner by Ming the Merciless. And then he rambles on about how Ming's planet is dying and he's going to come to Earth, and that's why Flash Gordon came here to warn them. And this kid is like, wow, that is some crazy bullshit. And I was wondering, like, what is the relationship between these people? So I looked into it, and according to Wikipedia, Mandrake the Magician is a hypnotist, and Lothar is his bodyguard, okay? And the kid is an orphan boy adopted by Mandrake. So I guess these three live together in a mansion. I would love to see that show. That's the show I want to see, a family sitcom called, like, My Magic Dad or something. Then some ice robots break through the window and start shooting up the place. This ice robot is like, sorry about that entrance, we aren't great with doors. Anyways, we're just here to pick up that hunky blonde dude and bring him back to Ming. But Mandrake is like, I don't know where Flash Gordon is. I mean, look at the couch. It's empty, and that's the only place he could possibly be. And the ice robot is like, hey man, I'm not a fucking idiot. His spaceship is right there. But then Mandrake uses his magic to make the ship fly away, so the ice robots think that Flash is inside it and they go after him. But it turns out that Flash was actually taking a quick power nap on the couch this whole time, and Mandrake used his magic to hide him, and also the ship taking off was an illusion as well. And over on Mondo, Flash's wife and son, Rick, are in an ice prison, but they outsmart the ice robots and escape. However, Mom Gordon is captured and Rick runs away. As he's hiding, he's yanked by this rejected Pokemon. Back at the mansion, Flash's ship has been repaired and they take off to Mondo. Rick and his Pokemon re-enter Ming's lair in search for his mother. As they go to turn a corner, a dragon pops out and Rick is like, Jesus fucking Christ. And the dragon starts strangling both of them, and the Pokemon uses Bite, and it's a critical hit, so the dragon runs away crying. And yeah, this little purple dude kind of looks like Apom, so I'm gonna call him Apom. Ming is interrogating Flash's wife and says, please tell me where Flash Gordon is, or else I'm gonna have to activate this machine, and it basically will kill you. It's not good. When she refuses to speak, the dragon activates the machine. And Rick is just watching. He has a gun, and he knows that that dragon is kind of weak as like the little monkey thing was able to just bite it and it ran away. So get in there, dude. But instead, he waits until it's too late and then jumps into action, and he's like, hey, release her. And Ming is like, what? It's clearly too late, dude. She's been electrocuted for like the last 2 minutes. Rick unloads some lasers and ends up destroying the machine, and he runs to his mother's aid, but then the dragon chases him off. And Flash's wife is just dead now, I guess, and she's holding some overexposed item, and Apom snatches it. As our hero's ship arrives on Mondo, they are intercepted by a fleet of enemy ships, but Mandrake uses mass hypnosis to confuse them into attacking Ming's palace. And Ming is like, well, this is going horribly. I think I'm just gonna go straight to Earth now. And Flash finds his deceased wife, and Flash vows to get revenge on Ming. So the crew has no idea where Ming could be, so they decide to recruit some help. They travel to a jungle looking for someone called the Phantom. Then a lady with a panther pops out, and Panther Lady is like, oh, you're looking for the Phantom? That's my dad. So they go to this skull cave and all sit around, and this guy using a tiger as an armrest is the Phantom. And he agrees to join the team as long as he can bring his daughter and enroll her in school with the other children of the team members. Very specific request. So, at the high school, Rick and LJ are kidnapped by some secret ice robots. Panther Girl uses her panther telekinesis to tell it to track the vehicle. The team arrives at an abandoned prison, and Flash is like, well, how do we get in there without being spotted? And the Phantom is like, oh, no problem. And then he calls upon the power of 10 tigers. That's a lot of tigers. And then a neon tiger face pops up on screen over and over. But I counted and it only pops up 7 times. So if he called upon the power of 10 tigers, shouldn't it pop up 10 times? I guess there's no precedent for this kind of crazy shit. Then the Phantom scales the fortress and lets the team in, but they are ambushed by Ming and his weird ice people. So our heroes get tied to these poles, and Ming plans on electrocuting them. Mandrake is now wearing these cool guy sunglasses for some reason. LJ and Rick escape from prison by karate kicking the metal door. The crystal guides them to the power generators. Ming gives the order to electrocute the heroes, but the kids have successfully cut the power and set a bomb. Then the gang escapes as the prison explodes, and Ming also escapes. On their way home, Mandrake is like, "Can I see that crystal? Oh yeah, this is crazy. It seems that it's absorbed the personality of your mother." And Rick is like, "Oh, that's actually perfect, because I've been designing a supercomputer, and maybe I can like jam this into it and imbue her spirit into the computer." And Lothar is like, "Oh yeah, that will be a great way to avoid processing your grief. Build a computer mother." It's a motherboard. Then Flash says that everyone did such a great job today and they're all really special people. And Mandrake is like, "Totally. We should be called the Defenders of the Earth." And they all put their hands in. Little team bonding moment. Bye-bye.